I'm bigcal and welcome to my world. Today, Nintendo graced us with another Nintendo Direct. I typically go into these with very low expectations, and honestly, the last few haven't been particularly great for me personally. Not a lot of games that have interested me. This one started off a little rough, but oh boy, we got some big hitters here. For me, personally, anyway. Other people may have a very different opinion, so let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this Nintendo Direct. And well, let's just get into it by going over every single game that was shown off. Some of them I'll go through very quickly, but the ones that I actually am interested in, I'll probably talk a little more in detail. And there'll be, lots of footage on the screen showing off what we saw in the Direct, as well as release dates and any other info and things like that, because even if I wrote it down, I would probably still forget to mention half of the stuff. So let's just get started with, well, what we started off with. So we got some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC information. We already knew the DLC was coming, but yeah, now we know that there are going to be two of them. I think we already knew that as well. Was it the Teal Mask and the Indigo Disc? So the Teal Mask wants to be set in kind of like a festival setting and things like that. There's going to be some crazy weird Pokemon with a mask. The Teal one, I'm assuming, that's coming out in autumn. And then the Indigo Disc looks to be set in some new school, the Blueberry Academy or something like that, something weird. So I'm assuming that'll revolve around technology, a disc, maybe something with Porygon or whatever it is, and Pokemon that evolve or whatever with technology. Who knows? But yeah, we knew we were getting these, so off to a bit of a rough start with A, DLC, and B, something we already knew about. Yeah, we got a little more information, but it would have been nice to, start off with something new and big, but we never really got that. Next then we got Sonic Superstars, another game that we already knew about, and it's Sonic, so I just in no way give a crap about this. And speaking of not giving a crap, we had Palea, some free-to-play adventure sim. Basically looks like you do a lot of farming and maybe a bit of hunting, and really, this makes a Nintendo Direct. Moving on, we had Persona 5 Tactica, another game we already know about because it was shown off in other showcases during the E3 time period. It's coming to Switch at least. Persona 3 Remake probably isn't. They didn't show it off here, so yeah, maybe at a later date, possibly, but I doubt it. So Persona 5, fantastic game, absolutely adore that game. This is yet another spin-off game, except it's a tactical RPG. Whether or not I'll bother with it, still unsure, because I'm not that big into tactical RPGs at all, but there are one or two that I have enjoyed. And the fact that I really like Persona 5 might interest me in this game a little bit more than if it was any other tactical game based on any other IP. So we'll see about that. Myth Force, a first-person roguelike, whatever. Visually, looks fantastic. The whole premise is it looks like a Saturday morning cartoon from the 80s and 90s. Certainly something that I would have grown up with. But I'm just not into roguelikes at all. Big emphasis here with 4-player co-op online and stuff, and yeah, whatever. Splatfest. Could have just announced that on Twitter. This one was a bit of a surprise because they've just not mentioned it for years, and that is Detective Pikachu Returns. So the first Detective Pikachu was out on the 3DS, I bought it, I played it, I enjoyed it for what it was, it's not spectacular or anything. Then of course they did a movie on it, which I've still never seen, but from what I understand the plot is mostly identical to the game, a few changes here and there. But now we finally have a sequel on the Switch. Yay! Hopefully the gameplay is a little more engaging than what it was on the 3DS game. Well, the 3DS game was basically a point-and-click adventure for the most part. Hopefully there's a bit more to do in this one. We'll see. But yeah, it was nice to see that not only have Nintendo and the Pokemon Company not forgotten about it, but it's actually coming out. So, yay! But I'll probably pick it up in a sale rather than pre-order and buy it brand new at full price. So, usually before directs and big showcases, I do a decent job of avoiding spoilers because I don't want to be spoiled. I like surprises, especially with video games. I like not knowing what's coming out and seeing these, Nintendo directs and being wowed at the announcements. This one, though, did get through because it was everywhere. Everybody was talking about it and I could not avoid it. And it turned out to be true, thankfully, because we are now getting Super Mario RPG Remake, and it looks fantastic. I cannot wait to play this game. The Super Nintendo original version never came out here in Europe, so that sucked. But it did eventually come out digitally, I think, on the Wii Virtual Console, probably the Wii U. It's on the Super Nintendo Mini Classic system. I have to admit, I've never beat the game. I have tried to play through it twice now. I've got a couple of hours in, and I've enjoyed it, really have. But then I've just got sidetracked with other games, and I've never gone back to it. So, yeah, big incentive now for me to finally play through the game when it arrives on the Nintendo Switch. Very, very happy about that. A lot of people, no doubt, going to be thrilled. There was also sort of rumours of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door getting a remake or a remaster. Instead we got this, which part of me very selfishly is happy about because I recently bought the Thousand Year Door on GameCube and it's an expensive game and I don't want to have gotten a HD remake like 2 months after I bought it for half the bloody price. Yeah, so I would like to see one day get a remaster, a remake, whatever. But for now, Super Mario RPG coming to the Switch looks glorious. Cannot wait. Next, a character from Mario getting another game. Yeah, they're just kind of like, oh yeah, Mario's not the only one getting a game. I'm like, what? And then we showed off Princess Peach doing stuff, standing on a platform and transforming outfits or something. Not a clue what this is. Nobody knows because they barely showed anything, they barely talked about it. All we know is Princess Peach is getting her own game again, and it's coming out next year. No idea really what to make of it because we never saw enough to form any real opinion. So, yeah. Awesome that you get another game. Super Princess Peach was a very fun platformer on the DS back in the day, so yeah, give her another game. And then they continued with, oh, and Princess Peach is not the only one getting a game. Luigi's Mansion is back. Except it's just the second game. Yeah, coming to Switch. Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon on the 3DS is now getting a port on the Switch. Also coming out next year. The footage looked a little bit rough in the direct, but it is still in development, of course, coming out next year sometime, so there's still plenty of time to fix those issues and things like that, hopefully. Kind of weird that we're not getting the first game as well. It would be nice to own all three on a single console. So you can get 1 and 2 on the 3DS, and you'll now be able to get 2 and 3 on the Switch. Just very weird and very Nintendo. Batman Arkham Trilogy is coming to the Switch in a collection, and I could have sworn this was announced like a year ago. Maybe I'm just thinking of rumours of it coming out. So yeah, the Batman Arkham Trilogy, or at the very least the first 2 games, very, very highly praised by a lot of people. I've played most of the Arkham Asylum game on the PC back in the day, and never finished it, but I did have a blast with it, so maybe pick this up at some point if it's at the right price, and finally play through the trilogy. We'll see, but yeah, they're good games, it's nice to have, but not exactly a big hitter for the Direct, but just something cool to have on the Switch. Gloomhaven, some card battling RPG thingy based off a board game. I think it's already out on other consoles or something, or PC. It's here on Switch now. Enjoy, someone. Oh my god, I cannot believe they showed this off. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Just Dance 2024! Yeah, who genuinely gives a shit? Silent Hope was up next, and it's an action RPG. The anime-style cutscenes that they showed off looked great, and then you saw the in-game character models, and they look awful. To be honest, the fact that it's an action RPG puts me off immediately. I'm just not that interested in them unless they're based on an IP that I like. So, yeah, won't really be bothering with this one, but someone might be interested in it. Fae Farm, because we can't have a Nintendo Direct without some sort of farming game. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 looks to be a fun racing game at least. I did try the first game. I tried it on PC and it plays perfectly fine. You know, racing games, they have to have good controls and good driving mechanics. If they don't, the entire game is just ruined off the bat. It had that, but it was just so dull to play. I just didn't have fun. You were just driving around the tracks and it was just boring. The sequel here definitely did a good job with the trailer of making it look fun, but whether or not that actually translates when you're playing it, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I probably won't bother with it though. Manic Mechanics. I don't know. What even is it? Is it kind of like those cooking games where you take orders and you have to do all the different bits and then get them out in time, except you're doing it with car parts as a mechanic? Yeah, these games aren't really for me, and I'm not entirely sure what it is. Mario plus Rabbids 2 Sparks of Hope is getting another DLC pack. We already know that. We know there's 3 coming out. This one's the second, but it's out right now probably. So that's cool. I really need to get back into this game because I started playing it when it came out, but it came out roughly the same time as another game that I was really wanting to play. I think it might have been a Legend of Heroes game. So, yeah, I started playing Mario and Rabbids and then slowly moved away to playing something else and never got back into it. But I was a big fan of the first game. The first game was really good. So I made sure to get the second game. I got the season pass for all the DLC. So I'm not sure if I should get back into playing it now or wait until the end of the year when the Rayman DLC comes out and then I can play it all in one. But yeah, looks really fun. It's some new magical music land, some crazy enemies again. Yeah, looks like it'll be a lot of fun. And there's also a demo out now for the main game for Mario and Rabbids 2, so check that out and see if it's a game that might interest you, because it is really, really fun. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not really into tactical RPGs and things, but the Mario and Rabbids games are really, really fun. And it helps that I'm into, Mario. It's got that IP that I'm into, so it really helps me, with games that I might not normally be interested in. Speaking of games that I am interested in, though, I was not expecting this, and I love that I didn't know it was coming. So, earlier in the year, Square Enix announced that Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai was coming out worldwide on all systems in September, I believe. Yeah, it's based on an anime, which is really fun. I've watched most of it. There's 100 episodes and only 75 at the moment are out in English. So I'm waiting for those last 25, but yeah, it's a blast. And the game's coming out. It's going to be, I believe, an action RPG, which again, not usually into, but the IP of Dragon Quest makes me want to play it. So when we saw the trailer here for Dragon Quest, I thought, oh, that's what this is going to be. We're just going to see some more info. Oh, no. You see, back when they announced Adventure of Dai, they also said, hey, Monsters is getting a game as well. And I just assumed, okay, cool, all they've done is shown off the Monsters logo. Yeah, we'll probably see that next year or something. Nope, it is here and it is coming out on, I believe, December 1st. We're getting 2 new Dragon Quest games this year. And I love the Monster series. It is fantastic. It's, kind of like, Dragon Quest take on Pokemon, going all the way back to the original Game Boy games. Except, it's very unique compared to Pokemon in a lot of ways. You don't catch the monsters by throwing things at them, you battle them, and sometimes at the end of the battle they'll want to join, otherwise you battle them and have to give them treats and things and, try and get them to befriend you and have a reason to join you. Then you level them up, of course, make them stronger, learn new attacks, but they don't evolve like Pokemon. You have to merge them together to create a whole brand new monster. When they merge together, they go back down to level 1, but they have increased stats and they'll level up faster and get stronger quicker, and you can just keep doing that until they level up and they'll get grades and things, and you get, like some S-grade monsters that are super duper powerful, and it's mega fun, and I cannot wait to play this new game. It's going to be awesome. I love Dragon Quest. I love Dragon Quest monsters. We're getting new games coming out. Can you tell that I'm happy? Then we moved on to Pikmin 4, and we knew we were going to get some more info on this game. Coming out, is it next month, I think? Yeah, it looks really good. The new stuff they showed off looked really fun. You're going to be, you got the dog, and the dog can do different attacks and things to help you out. There's an underground section that you can play. And they announced that you can also do night missions, which is brand new to the series, and there's a new glow Pikmin that you'll find during the night. So yeah, all looks really cool. There's some crazy boss battles. That looks fun as well. And yeah, looks great. And there's going to be a demo for it, which is awesome. But another big announcement that they just randomly dropped, Pikmin 1 and 2 in HD. On the Nintendo Switch digitally right now, I believe. Yeah, and they're coming out physically later in the year in a double pack. Awesome. You can buy them digitally separate or together, and apparently you get a discount when they're together. I've only seen the price of them individually, which at the moment is £25 each on the Nintendo UK shop. I'm not sure what the price will be bundled together, but hopefully it'll be a decent discount. Yeah, the fact that we'll be able to play the first 4 Pikmin games on one console is awesome. I'm absolutely going to pick up that collection later in the year when it comes out physically, and it gives me more of a motivation now to buy Pikmin 3 on the Switch. I do own it on the Wii U, but for getting it on the Switch, I'm more likely going to play it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing through all 4 Pikmin games on the Switch at some point. That is just awesome. So yeah, Pikmin 4 looked fantastic. I'm definitely more hyped for it now than I was before, so that's good. But I'm probably going to wait and hold off and buy it after I get 1 and 2 and then 3 and play through them all, and then yeah, get 4 when it's probably gone down in price maybe a little bit. It is Nintendo though, so it probably won't, but yeah, I'm not in a rush to get it on launch day. I'll wait, get 1 and 2 when they come out, play those, get 3, play that, and then get 4 and play through it. But yeah, Pikmin. Lot of love for Pikmin at the moment on the Switch. That is awesome. Another thing that is probably awesome for a lot of people, but I don't give a crap about, the Metal Gear Solid Volume 1 collection. Bunch of old Metal Gear Solid games in a bundle. We already knew about it. It was announced, I think, at the Xbox showcase maybe or something. Yeah, it's coming to other systems, but yeah, it's coming to Switch now. So Metal Gear Solid fans, yeah, that's great for them. Awesome. No interest in it whatsoever personally though. Vampire Survivors, another game not really interested in. I know a lot of people love it. It's been out on PC for ages and people have been playing it and loving it. I don't know if it's been out on other consoles or not yet, but now it's coming to Switch, so yay for that. Whatever, cool. Headbangers Rhythm Party was shown off next, and it's some weird rhythm game with pigeons. Yeah, that's certainly a game. We got to look at a new 3D platformer called Penny's Big Breakaway, and looks really, really fun. Apparently it's from the team that made Sonic Mania, which I'm sure makes a lot of people happy. Again, I don't care about Sonic, so them being the team doing this doesn't mean anything to me, but the game looks a lot of fun. 3D platformer, and one of the sort of other characters you're with is a yo-yo, and that acts as a big mechanic for moving about, kind of like bike wheels, so you can zoom around. You can use it like as a hook to hook onto things and get around, and probably use it to attack enemies. Yeah, 3D platformers, all about those, so very happy to see that. Looks very fun, very colourful. Yeah, it's also coming to other systems as well, but I'll get it on the Switch. And yes, I will be getting it. 3D platformer, looks a bunch of fun. We finally got some more information on the next wave of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, Wave 5. No proper date yet, it still just says summer, but we now know one of the new tracks, the one that's built completely from scratch, not a remaster of older tracks. It's like soapy bathwater speedway or something. I can't remember the name of it. Squeaky, soapy, something. And it's basically set in a bathroom. And yeah, as if, the bathroom's giant and you're mini. Love that kind of stuff. Looks fantastic. And also 3 new characters. We were expecting 3 more because in the last DLC we got some characters and then there were still slots for some more. So we are getting P.T. Piranha, Wiggler, and Kamek. So yeah, 3 new characters, 8 new tracks, and of course they showed off the brand new one that's not from any older games. So we still don't know all the other tracks coming to it, and we don't have a proper release date other than summer, but it is looking great. So yeah, love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, love the DLC, it's been fantastic, really hyped for the rest of it. Star Ocean, the second story R was shown off, and it is a remake, remaster, whatever, of the second Star Ocean game. The first one got one a few years ago, now the sequel's getting one. It's an action RPG, unfortunately, so just not my thing. If it was turn-based, I'd be all over it, but it isn't. Yeah, it looks really nice though. It's got its own version of the HD 2D or 2D HD style, so it doesn't look like Octopath Traveler or Triangle Strategy or even the Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake that we're getting at some point in time, but they haven't showed it off again yet, so yeah, still waiting on that. Yeah, it's got its own take on that, so visually it looked fantastic, and I would like to see other games made with that style of the HD 2D look. So yeah, it looks cool. If you're into Star Ocean games, go ahead, looks great. WarioWare is coming back again to the Switch. There's already a WarioWare game out on the Switch, I think. Can't really remember. Yeah, but now we're getting another one called WarioWare Move It, and it just, Smooth Moves 2 is the general consensus on that, basically. I love Smooth Moves on the Wii, one of my favourite WarioWare games ever. So yeah, another one on the Switch. Looking forward to that. 200 mini games or so. They all look really fun. Yep. I'll probably pick it up at some point, but it will cost me a lot more money because I will need to buy new Joy-Cons to play it because my original ones are broken, and I've just been using Pro Controller and the Hori Split Pad Pro to play the Switch, so I will need some Joy-Cons if I do plan on picking that up at some point, so maybe I'll wait for that to go on a sale because the WarioWare games do tend to go on sale unlike most of the other first-party Nintendo stuff, so yeah. Looks really cool though, very excited for that, will pick it up at some point. Then they showed off some amiibo coming out for the new Zelda Tears of the Kingdom game. Yeah, okay, whatever, Zelda. But then they finished off with another big reveal, and this one again was one of those rumoured games that did get through to me. And turned out to be completely true. A new 2D Mario game called Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Yeah, and it looks so much nicer than the generic new Super Mario Bros. Style that they've been using since the DS game. It's still got that 2D Mario look to it, but the style is just ever so slightly different, so it looks newer and fresher and so much better. Mario does look a little bit chunky. It looks a little bit stretched out, kind of weird, but yeah, looks good visually. There's these new Wonder Seeds and things that change up levels and make things go crazy. Kind of like in the Yoshi's Island games, where Yoshi totally doesn't get high and hallucinates. looks a little similar to that, not quite to that extent, but yeah, it looks very interesting. So, new 2D Mario with the 4-player stuff going again, like in the new series. So yeah, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And then it ended with this. What the hell is that? So Mario's gone from having a frog suit, a tanuki suit, the cat suit, and now an elephant? Why? It just out of nowhere, makes no sense. It's just an elephant, Mario. Yeah, so Super Mario Bros. Wonder does look wonderful. Very excited for that. And that was the Nintendo Direct for the 21st of June 2023. A ton of new games coming out, and I am looking forward to so many of them. I was super happy with this Direct. For me personally, lots of stuff. We got the new Super Mario Bros. Game. We got the WarioWare game. We got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC Wave 5 information. Yeah, we got the Penny's Big Breakaway 3D platformer. We got Pikmin 4 news, looks great. Pikmin 1 and 2 coming out for Switch. We got Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince. Yes, looks amazing. We got the new DLC for Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope out right now. We got the Batman Arkham trilogy, which I probably will pick up at some point on the cheap. You know, what else did we get? We got Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon coming out on the Switch. We got a new Princess Peach game coming out next year that we have no idea about. We have, of course, Super Mario RPG Remake. We got Detective Pikachu finally returning. You got the Persona 5 Tactica if you want, and some DLC information for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games. A ton of fun stuff. Some we knew about, some were rumoured, some we had no idea about. New games, remakes, remasters, a lot here, something for everyone, a ton for me. I had a blast. So, I'm bigcal, thanks for watching, let me know down in the comments below what you thought of the Nintendo Direct today, and I'll see you again next time.